Okay. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Mama and Muscles. I'm Dini, your host, and today I'm joined by someone with basketball experience. So, all you basketball fans and basketball players, this might be the episode that you guys were waiting for. So, without further ado, I'll let our guest today introduce himself and tell you guys a bit about himself.
Hello guys, my name is Hao. I'm the president of IMU Basketball Club and I study chiropractic and currently is in my second year.
Alright, so how did you fall in love with basketball, and when did you really start getting into it?
Actually, when I was young, when I was 9, my basketball court, there's a basketball court near my place, near my house, and since when I was 8 years old, I will start playing there. I was playing there when I was like 8, and then that time I didn't play like seriously, just play for fun. And after when I was like 9 years old, the coach of my primary school thinks that thinks my height is okay. I'm tall enough to play basketball, and then he actually recruited me to play basketball. That's how it started.
Interesting. So from there, you started playing more often, join tournaments.
Yeah, join tournaments. I started to represent my primary school when I was 10 years old.
Wow.
That time, there was a thing called Cutmore.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a primary school level thing.
Okay.
Yeah, primary school level tournament, and yeah, I started to train with my seniors. At that time, I was I was a junior, and I was the only 10. I was a junior back then, and yeah, that's all.
That's impressive, man. I mean, 10 years old to already be representing your school, and now you're the president of the Basketball Society. I'm sure you've put in like many hours.
Yeah, I did put in some hours, but to be really honest, I didn't try that hard. I could be better. Yeah, to be honest, I could be better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. So, you playing basketball for so long, do you feel like basketball has taught you, or you have learned something from basketball beyond just physical fitness or physical skills like shooting and passing the ball? Is there anything that you've learned?
Yeah, I learned a lot of wisdom through basketball. It teaches me a lot about life. Yeah. And one of the thing that basketball teaches me is about like communication. In the court you can't actually keep quiet and then expect something to work. It actually forces you to speak out loud, speak out your thought, and indirectly it kind of train my confidence in speaking. And this is one of the key lessons I learned in basketball. Communication makes the team work.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I think communication is something that's very underrated in a lot of team-based sports, but
True.
if you do it right, it really like make or breaks the game.
True.
So, let's talk a bit more about your competitions, and how do you train differently if you're off season versus if you're training for a competition?
For off seasons, I will prioritize my fitness more. For example, my strength and conditioning. Yeah. For in season, I will focus more on skill specific work, like actually shooting and actually develop a team chemistry with my friends and my teammates. Yeah.
Interesting. So, do you do a lot of like teamwork exercises on the court?
Yes, it depends on which season.
Okay.
For example, and usually I would let coach decide what to actually train.
Yeah, understood. What's the most recent one that you've trained for?
Most recently,
Yeah.
I'm always a fan of vertical jump. I wanted to like jump higher, and
Yeah.
currently my goal is to increase my vertical jump. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
and I train around like 3 times per week now.
That's impressive, man. I mean,
Sessions.
you're a full-time student, so I think training 3 times a week on top of studying and everything else that you have to do, I think that's still very impressive.
Thank you.
So I'm sure that like the training keeps you very physically fit, but is there anything that you do to keep you like mentally prepared for your games?
Mentally prepared. Usually, maybe I will listen to music like motivational ones.
Yeah.
Like I like rap.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you like rap too?
Yeah, bro.
Oh. Who's your favorite artist though?
At the moment, it changes all the time. At the
Changes
moment,
all the time?
I'm listening to a lot of Yeet in the gym.
What?
Yeet. Do you know who Yeet is?
No, man.
I listen to a lot of Yeet, a lot of Travis.
Oh, Travis Scott. I know.
Yeah.
Travis Scott. Oh. Do you go to the gym?
Yeah, every now and then.
Like how often though?
I used to be I used to be there every day. Right now I'm kind of off season. I'm trying to get back into it lah.
Do you play sports though?
Me,
I'm curious.
no,
Yeah.
not really. No, for me, I just go to the gym. That's pretty much it.
Oh.
Yeah.
How is your split, like push pull legs or?
Yeah, push pull legs.
Or push pull legs
Yeah.
or the classic one?
Yeah.
Which gym do you go?
Have you been to Taipan?
Or Taipan?
Yeah.
Yes, I know that. I know Taipan. It's near. Is it near the summit there? Right.
Yeah, USJ.
Yeah, I
Taipan.
know.
Yeah. So my gym is in Taipan.
What's the gym called?
Top Speed Fitness.
Top Speed. Wow.
Yeah.
The name is special, man.
It's a good gym lah. It's a good gym.
It's
It's
a good
pretty
gym?
big. Yeah.
The facilities all okay.
It's great, bro. It's great.
Great, nice.
Yeah. So, sorry, sidetrack. Going back to what you mentioned just now, team chemistry. Let's talk a bit about
team chemistry.
team chemistry. Team chemistry is a really big part of basketball,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Like one player change can affect the whole team.
Yes,
right?
actually.
So
And a lot of times, players need to, understand each other. And then, when you understand each other, you know your team, like your friends' strength and weaknesses, and then you could play by their strength. Yeah, you could identify. Actually, basketball teaches me a lot about life, as in, you not only need to understand the opponents, you also need to understand your teammates. Like, first you need to identify opponent's weakness, and then you need to attack their weak spots. You need to learn how to use our advantage, use our strong players to create a mismatch to attack our play, to attack the opponent's weakness. Yeah.
So how do you normally build this team chemistry in your team?
Team chemistry. I think regular systematic training is important. We really need to have a coach to actually be a center of our team, and I think coach plays a really crucial role in leading the team. Yeah, it's basically the heart of the team as a coach.
Interesting. One thing that I want to ask about basketball, and I think you have enough experience to talk about, is in different sports there's different things that are demanding about that sport. So to you, what do you think is the most physically demanding thing about basketball? Is it the stamina? Is it the leg strength? Is there a specific thing that you think is the most demanding?
I think it's the attitude.
The attitude.
Yeah, the attitude. It's like heart over height mentality. Heart over height mentality. You need to have the heart to actually play. You actually need to love the game to actually excel in basketball. I would say. Like everything comes secondary if you keep your mindset correct. You need to prioritize your mindset over everything else.
I like that, man. Heart over height mentality.
Yeah, heart over height.
That's nice. So, are there any Are there any myths that you have heard throughout your journey in basketball, throughout
Myth.
your career, that you would like to debunk? Like, has anyone said anything like, oh, you need to be a certain height to play basketball, or anything of that sort? Are there any myths that you've heard surrounding basketball?
Yep. I think that's a myth that you just now mentioned. It's about like you need to be like 180 to play basketball or 185 to play basketball. Actually, that's not true. Actually, you just need to develop your skill set. For example, shooting. You need to keep your fundamentals strong. Yeah, because like life, basketball is all about fundamentals. You know, like dribbling, shooting, not just height. Height is just an advantage for you, but to excel in basketball, you actually need to devote a lot of time to brush up your skills, like shooting, dribbling, and also passing.
Yeah, I like that, man. Like, I think that a lot of sports, once you boil it down to the fundamentals, you really focus on those. You can get pretty good by just focusing on the fundamentals of the sport. So similarly, I want to ask, what would you say, or do you have any advice to younger players or newer players in basketball who want to get better at it? What would you say to them?
Want to get better. Actually, I wanted to advise, like, I believe that knowing your training, like training systematically and scientifically, is important, because a lot of beginners, right, they do not know how to actually train, and that's an issue, because it leads to injuries and also like plateau. They will plateau fast if you don't know how to train.
Yeah.
So I would recommend beginners to actually study how the pro athletes train, and take their training as an example, and then start from there. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I think that's a great idea.
learn about strength and conditioning also. Yeah, because a lot of times when we are not conditioned enough, when we are not physically fit enough, it will lead up to a lot of injuries like ACL. I have seen a lot of players suffer ACL injuries. Because why? Because they do not have the necessary tendon strength to actually support their training. And that's a really bad thing. And I would suggest players to actually go to the gym. You need to do gym work also. You need to prime your body to actually endure the repetitive training. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great advice. Basketball especially, I think, is pretty high impact on the lower body.
Yes.
So I think newer players can benefit a lot from strength and conditioning, especially the lower body stuff. So let's talk a bit about basketball in Malaysia, in the Malaysian context. You've grown up with basketball. I think I can say that you've grown up playing basketball since you were like 10. You represented your primary school. How do you feel the basketball scene in Malaysia has evolved since you started? Do you feel like more and more people are getting into basketball?
Yeah, I feel like more and more players, more and more younger players, like more and more people are have this exposure to basketball because of the internet, the social media. And there's a lot of influencers in Malaysia that actually plays a really important role to actually bring out this culture. Like, Xiao Jian? I think you don't know Xiao Jian.
I feel like I've heard of him.
Oh, he's really famous in Malaysia. He's a hooper in Malaysia, and he kind of bring up this culture. Yeah.
I see. I think one thing that I've noticed also in Malaysia is like if you go to a mama or you go to anyone's house, they always have the football channel, right? They always watch like the EPL, the English Premier League.
Yes.
But I rarely see people watch the NBA or like the basketball equivalent of that. And I think that maybe we could do more. Like, what do you think about that? Do you think that we could do more in terms of bringing more basketball exposure through like media, through like
Sorry.
oh no worries.
Okay.
Do you think like we could bring more basketball exposure to the youth through like media,
Through media.
through like maybe including more basketball channels like NBA?
Yeah. Yes. But I think currently in the Chinese culture basketball is quite a famous sport for Chinese.
Yeah.
But for Malays and Indians, they are more into football. So in the Mama usually you will see like football games and then football games lah, but not basketball games because it's Mama. And
Yeah.
but for in my feed, in my Instagram feed is all basketball. I think the algorithm is on the, I will blame it the algorithm.
Yeah, I understand, man.
So I think media, I think it's not about the media. The media did the right thing. It's just based on the algorithm. They will suggest like what we like, right? So if we want to like bring out this culture, I think we could organize more competition. In like interracial competition.
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
So that everyone can mix together and play.
Yeah. I think more other races, because like you mentioned, it's a pretty Chinese dominated sport. I think other cultures being exposed to basketball also is a great thing, for the sport itself, for new players. So let's talk a bit about you and your specific journey in basketball. If you don't mind me asking, you're a pretty tall dude. What's your height?
Oh, I'm 181.
181. So have you ever do you feel like your height is, you've ever struggled with the height thing, or do you feel like, have you ever met players who are shorter who have struggled with their height thing in playing basketball?
Yes, if you are shorter, you do have a disadvantage, but you could focus on the things you could focus lah. Focus on the things that you could control.
Yeah.
Maybe you could brush up your shooting skills,
Yep.
to actually cover your height.
Yep.
It's all about the heart. It's all about the heart, like what I just said lah.
Okay. So what about injuries? Have you ever? What's the worst injury that you've gotten from playing basketball?
What's the worst injuries? I
Yeah.
think so far it's ankle sprain. The ankle sprain.
Okay.
I think that doing a proper conditioning to strengthen your ankles are important. Like you could do some balancing work, or you could do strengthening exercises using resistant band.
Yep.
It actually help you to strengthen your ligaments so that your you could. It's less likely for you to screen the court to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Do you play basketball?
I was into it, but I've never like properly played it.
Yeah. You were into it. Do you watch NBAs?
This was like when I was pretty young, so I never really watched matches much. I would see like
Highlights.
I would see highlights
highlights.
every now and then on like TV or on YouTube or on social media, and like I always thought it was so cool, man. But I never really got the chance to try and properly play a match with like friends or something like that.
So next time I dare you play. I invite you play. Let's go
Yeah,
lah.
sure, man. I'll
Sure.
take you up on that.
Okay.
So-
And who's your favorite NBA player though? Do you know?
I can name a few, but
Name
I
a
don't
few.
really have a.
Oh.
Okay, so
Usually
the ones
what
that
sports do you watch?
Formula One, MotoGP.
Formula One. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay. That's
I'm more of a racing guy.
a racing guy. You are a car guy lah.
Yeah, I like bikes
cars.
also, so I watch MotoGP.
MotoGP.
Yeah.
What's your favorite car though?
My favorite car, I like older cars, so
Like older cars.
I would say like a older Mercedes, like a 560 SEC. People probably don't know what that is, but it's a very old car.
You like the classic one?
Yeah.
Wow. You have a taste.
Thanks, man. I'll take you up on that, man. I want to try basketball for sure at some point. You mentioned just now, like to get mentally prepared for a game, you like to play like motivational songs or like hype songs. What's your go-to? Do you have one that's like right before a competition you need to get in the zone? What do you play?
Go-to song.
Yeah.
Actually, go-to song. I would say I would love to listen to Hall of Fame. You know?
Oh, the script.
Yeah, the script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Because
good one.
The lyrics is inspiring and it gets me hyped, you know.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So that's a go-to song for me.
Yeah.
Do you have any go-to songs?
I got a lot, bro. So when I'm in the gym, I typically listen to. My gym playlist is a mix of rap, like hip hop rap, metal,
Metal.
And-
metal.
and some soundtracks like video game or movie soundtracks as well. So yeah, it's a lot, lah.
Do you have a playlist?
Yeah, I do. I'll share it with
Oh,
you.
yeah, nice. I'm
Uh,
curious.
I'll share it with you for sure. Maybe you can show me yours as well.
Have you gymed in the IMU?
Only like once or twice.
Once or twice?
Yeah.
Because previously I gymed there,
Mm.
but now I switch gym.
Do you go to a different gym now?
Do I go? Yeah, I go to a different gym now. I go near my place.
Mm.
Yeah, Puchong lah.
Okay. Nice, man. So, like, gym days, are you? How often a week are you in the gym, and how often a week do you play?
How often a week do I play? Gym wise, I think 3 times per week. Yeah. 3 times per week. And for basketball, I would do 2 times per week. 2 times.
Okay.
But sometimes you need to sacrifice. You need to learn how to sacrifice, because you can't serve 2 masters at once, right?
Yeah.
So different seasons have different priorities. Yeah, you need to plan accordingly based on the season.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Okay, so I guess that's all the questions that I have for you. But I'm going to give you the stage now if you have any message to anyone, basketball players out there, younger players, people who want to get into the sport, the stage is yours.
The stage is mine.
So you can say whatever you want. What's your message to the world?
What is my message to the world? Wow, that's a really philosophical question, bro. I need to think, man.
Hey, take your time, man.
Take
Don't
my
worry.
time, man.
We have time. Take your time.
We have time.
One thing that I like about this podcast is because it's at a Mamak, so we try to keep it very casual, the discussion, the atmosphere. So
Could you repeat your question?
yeah, sure. So do you have any message, any takeaway message to anyone who could be watching this episode? Probably younger basketball players or people who are already in the sport. Anyone interested in basketball? Anything you want to say to them?
I would say just never give up, man. Never give up on your dreams lah, basically. Never give up on your dreams and trust the process. Yeah. In Chinese there's a saying 每天进步1%. Every day you improve by 1%. Yeah, so that I would take that as my, how would I say? An advice for me. Take it to heart.
Yeah.
Every day you should try your best to improve a little bit.
Even if you improve by 1%
1%.
is better than
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, it's progress is progress, right? No matter how small.
Yes, sir. Okay.
And
Okay. Well, thank you, Hao. It's been a pleasure having you on the show, and thank you guys for watching Mama and Muscles. And we will see you in the next episode.
okay, see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
For holding, organizing this session.
No worries.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Okay, I want to shout out to my basketball IMU Basketball Club Instagram page. It's called, basically it's simple, IMU Basketball. Yeah, and then remember to follow it, and then we would actually post some highlights regularly. because we do organize like friendly matches regularly, and please like and share.
Yeah.
Support us. Let's go.
You heard him, guys. Please go and support the IMU Basketball Instagram. Go like their stuff, go comment on their stuff, and go watch their highlights. It's really entertaining stuff. So thank you, Hao.
Thank you. Thanks for session, guys.